What up, YouTube? Here with a prediction video for Oleksandr Usyk versus Anthony Joshua 2. Now, I've been meaning to make this prediction video for a while now, but I didn't have the time to. But that's besides the point. Anyways, let's get to this preview prediction video right now. Usyk versus Joshua 2 is going to be in Saudi Arabia. It's tomorrow, or really technically today, but yeah, their first fight was in London, England, at the Wembley in front of a sold-out crowd, and from my point of view, it was one of the more entertaining, more thrilling fights of last year, where Usyk came out on top in his only third heavyweight fight, and he captured majority of the heavyweight titles by defeating Joshua in what a lot of people would have considered a upset. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, when the first fight was made between Usyk and Joshua, I was picking Joshua to win via late round to mid to late round knockout. I thought Joshua was too big, too powerful, and if Joshua would have connected with one of his significant blows versus Usyk, I thought he would have got Usyk out of there. I thought Usyk was too small and too inexperienced in the heavyweight division to be challenging Joshua for the heavyweight titles. However though, I was saying leading up to the first fight, but if it were to go the distance, it would favor Usyk because Usyk is technically the superior pure boxer. And that's what happened in the first fight. Usyk showed better boxing skills. As you know, any enthusiastic tapped-in boxing fans would know that Usyk, from watching tapes and clips of both Usyk and Joshua, people could tell by how they fight that Usyk is the better technical boxer, and he got the better fundamental skills. He's faster, he's more accurate, and he's more mobile and more fluid. And he's got the better stamina. Joshua's stamina has been in question ever since he's been competing at the top level in heavyweight boxing. And Usyk won in a convincing way. I thought Usyk won that fight like 9 rounds to 3 or 8 rounds to 4. I made a post-fight video to the first fight. It's somewhere in my channel. Y'all go check that out. And yeah, Usyk won by a wide margin on my scorecard. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Joshua looked like he gassed out. Usyk was tagging him up with good, solid, clean punches. And Joshua, I mean, he had fewer moments, but from what I remember, Joshua connected, I'd say, like one or two. Like he had one of two good moments in that fight, in the first fight, where he caught Usyk with a solid shot. But majority of the fight, Usyk was outboxing him, outlanding him, and in the last round, Usyk almost had Joshua out of there. Joshua was gassed out. He didn't have his legs under him, and Usyk landed some good solid shots, and he had Joshua in deep waters, and Joshua was in trouble, and the ropes was holding him up, and Usyk was going to town with him. And like I said, Usyk pulled off that upset, and what many people would have considered a upset, regardless of the fact that Usyk was already an accomplished fighter coming up from cruiserweight to heavyweight. But before fighting Joshua and before becoming majority heavyweight champion, he had an impressive debut at the heavyweight division after winning the tournament at the cruiserweight division and becoming undisputed champion there. And then in his second fight, prior to fighting Joshua, he took on longtime heavyweight veteran and longtime gatekeeper at the heavyweight division, Derek Chisora. And I watched that fight live, and I had that fight scored a draw. I did not watch that fight after watching it live, but from what I remember, I had that fight scored a draw. So I thought he needed more experience before challenging for any heavyweight title, but he went to Joshua's hometown and he captured majority of the heavyweight titles in a convincing way. Um, and this time around in the rematch between Usyk and Joshua, I expect the same results. I'm picking Usyk to win on points via unanimous decision. I don't think it's gonna be as exciting as their first fight. I don't think either fighter, especially Oleksandr Usyk, I don't think he's gonna be taking as many risks in the second fight as he did in the first fight. I don't think he got anything to prove like he did in the first fight. He's not walking in as a challenger. He's walking in as the defending champion. He's not fighting in Joshua's backyard. And I think Usyk, I know, I don't want to get politics mixed up with sports, but yeah, I don't think, I mean, he might want to, put on a great performance for his peoples right now, but I don't think, he's going to want to take unnecessary risks and really throw himself out to, get caught with one of Joshua's big punches in the rematch. So I think Usyk's going to fight a smart fight. He's going to want to make it a chess match. We already know he's the better pure boxer when it comes to fundamentals. He's more accurate with his punches. He's faster on his feet and with his hands. So I think he's going to make it more of a chess match. He's going to be moving around. He's going to be fluid, and he's going to fight a smart fight. And I don't think, like I said, he's going to be taking as many risks as he did in the first fight. And as far as Anthony Joshua goes, he's gonna want to have to try and get the knockout early. He's not gonna want to, if he wants this fight to last, I think he should know that he's not gonna really outbox Oleksandr Usyk. So he's gonna want to have to set up Usyk with smart tactics, because he can't afford to waste punches versus Oleksandr Usyk, because when it comes to stamina, Usyk's got the advantage when it comes to stamina as well. Usyk's got more in his gas tank than Joshua. Hence why leading up to the first fight, Joshua was cutting weight for the first fight between him and Usyk, because he wanted to be more mobile and be able to move around as fast as possible to take on the smaller Usyk. So I don't know. I haven't been tapping into the lead up for the rematch, so I don't know what Joshua's training camp is really looking like. So for those of y'all that's been tapping into Joshua's camp or the lead up to Usyk versus Joshua 2, y'all could let me know, like, if Joshua's trying to cut weight again. That way he could, maneuver like how, he wants to come out on top in this fight. But I don't think, no matter how much weight he loses, I don't think he's going to be as fast as Usyk. So I don't know. I think he's gonna have to rely really on his power and to connect. That's the more important part. We all know he got the power advantage versus Usyk, but he's gonna have to connect cleanly to really have Usyk in trouble. And like I said, from their first fight, Joshua had maybe like one or two moments to where he looked like he had Usyk hurt. Usyk had him looking more hurt than Joshua in the first fight. And if Usyk is not really taking the risks like he did in the first fight, it's going to be harder for Joshua to catch him cleanly to possibly knock out Oleksandr Usyk. So I think it's going to be more of a difficult challenge for Anthony Joshua. He doesn't have the ring smarts, the boxing IQ of Oleksandr Usyk. So, like I said, he's going to have to wait for Usyk to really slip up for him to land a good solid shot to stop Usyk. But I think, like I said, Usyk, he's not going to be taking as many risks, so it's going to be harder for Joshua to catch him. That's what I'm predicting. So I'm picking Usyk to win via unanimous decision. I'm picking him to win on points. I think he's gonna land better shots, better punches, land more cleanly, connect more cleanly, be more accurate, and he's gonna be more faster on his feet, and he's gonna move well throughout the ring, throughout the whole fight, I think. And he's not really gonna give Joshua any room or any opportunity to really close out the show on Usyk and knock him out. I don't think that's gonna happen, and I don't see any way that Joshua could win if this goes the distance. Like I said, even in their first fight, I was gonna say, or I was saying that Usyk would have the advantage if this goes the distance, and my opinion stays the same for the prediction for the rematch between Usyk and Joshua. The longer the fight goes, the more it's gonna favor Usyk, and that's who I'm picking to win. Y'all let me know what y'all predictions is in the comments, or if y'all got a video out there previewing this fight, I'll check it out. But that does it for this prediction video for Usyk versus Joshua 2. Comment, subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff, y'all, and I'm out. Peace.